obviously, we got to get into the migrant crisis because I want to keep you guys up to date. But guess what? You know what the funniest thing about this migrant crisis is? Denver woke up. Denver woke up, all right? So let me give a round of applause for Denver Mayor Mike Johnson. In the same way that I like to hold people accountable, it's very, very much important that we also give credit where credit is due. Denver was up there in Washington holding hands, singing Kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? Saying, give us free. Give us free. He was up there with New York and all of the rest of the black mayors. He was the only white mayor that was out there doing his thing. And eventually he woke up and he said, listen, this victim Olympic thing, this is something that y'all used to over there in black culture. We're not used to it over here with the white peoples. You know, I'm a strong-jawed white man. I got this position. I make a lot of money. I got a good family. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to be under duress out here in these streets. Now, we know that Brandon Johnson is going to do what Brandon Johnson do because we want to make sure that everything is taken care of, and Chicago is an awesome freaking city. And so we know that Mike Johnson is going to do what he do. And then he started to look around in the room. Let me tell you what I think that Mike Johnson did and why he decided to divest himself from this movement before we go into Denver. And then the migrants is also protest. They are rallying and they are protesting. I bet you didn't know that they was rallying and protesting. We're going to get into that. But let me tell you what I think that Mike Johnson did before he decided that he wanted to slowly but surely pull himself out. He looked over there at the Chicago man and he said, look at this fool. This dude was an elementary school teacher and now he a mayor. You think I'm about to follow him? And then he looked over to Eric Adams and he seen him doing his presentation live, and Eric Adams wasn't a strong reader. Eric Adams was over there reading at a second grade level. Brandon Johnson was over there teaching elementary school, second grade children. Eric Adams was over there inside of the same classroom as the second grade children trying to learn how to read. And so when he was watching Eric Adams, now this is just my theory. This is my theory, all right? I can't substantiate that this is what he really did, but this is what I would guess. He started looking at Eric Adams, and Eric Adams was doing his live stream, and he wasn't a strong reader. Now, for those of you that's not familiar with what I'm talking about, you're going to have to go back a couple weeks and look at the live stream of what Eric Adams was presenting as far as his budget and how he was going to clean it up in New York. He's managing multi-billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, but he can't read a screen in order to communicate it to us, all right? So he started looking at him. He started looking over at Karen Bass. He started seeing what's happening over there in Boston and Detroit and all that. He said, man, F this. F this. You ain't got to leave, but you got to get the heck up out of my shelters. We ain't got no more money for everybody that declared themselves as a sanctuary city. Listen, Denver got a lot of problems, but migrants ain't going to continue to be one of it. So I got to give a round of applause to the white boy over there. Real talk. All right, so this is what's going on in Denver, and then I'm going to take you out west so I can show you exactly as far as these rallies, because they now feel like they got rights.
Denver's warm welcome for migrants appears to be at its limit. Advocates for immigrants are now telling the city that they can literally help no more. We are live this evening at Su Teatro on Santa Fe in Denver for the premiere of the 9 News documentary Una Vida Nueva on the migrant experience in Denver.
Shout out to New Vida Nueva. Sister says, and don't forget Brandon was hospitalized for anxiety. Facts. Brandon Johnson was losing his mind. He said, I got this good hair. Mayor Mohawk is over there losing his mind. Not today. Not today.
We begin this evening with Mark Salinger on the city's plan to tell a number of migrant families and shelters that their time is up.
You know, this is where we are. This is where we are. So, you know, it's not going to be easy. So,
if there is one person who knows the challenges of 40,000 migrants arriving in Denver, it's Yoli Casas.
It is going to be a huge challenge.
Yoli is the head of Vive Wellness, leading the efforts by nonprofits to help people who've arrived here from the southern border. As the city of Denver prepares to resume discharging migrant families from shelters next Monday, she's still trying to figure out exactly how it'll be possible to keep them from becoming homeless.
Listen, Denver said, we understand y'all plight, but starting next Monday, you got to go. It's an eviction that's coming. It's an eviction that's coming for all of these migrants that's in these shelters. We don't got no more money. We not adding no more money into the budget. This is the people's money. We not doing it. Denver said, we are evicting you. You got, let's see, Monday, is it Thursday, is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got 4 days. You got 4 days. And I know that Anton from AntonDaniels.com is going to be documenting and recording the process. You got 4 days to get the F up out of my crisis centers and to get up out of these hotels because we ain't got another dime for you. Everybody going. Everybody going. Denver is so bold right now. Denver went all the way to the Republican side. They just won't admit it because they saying, listen, y'all can go to any other city and we can help y'all get there, but you can't come here. Denver is operating the same way that Texas is operating right now.
There's no more room. There's no more funding. Something has to be done, and to the point where I even requested myself that we close Denver.
150 people will be discharged from the shelters on Monday, and more will follow every day. Yoli says there are 743 families that currently need housing. Some of those could become homeless by Monday.
The first day, we have 22 families that we don't know what to do. They're like, we don't know where to go.
In November, the city paused discharging families from shelters. Now there's no money and no room. Yoli, one of the biggest advocates for migrants in the city, says it's time to stop letting more people come to Denver.
What? Hold on, wait. Because I just seen Mike Johnson say that yesterday. Mike Johnson said, hey, ain't no more money, ain't no more room. We can't make it up. We not building no 10 cities. Hey, it's time for y'all to stop coming here. It's time for y'all to go home to where you came from. Thank you for having a vacation. Please return to where you come from. Return to sender. Denver is saying we don't want nobody else coming through these doors because we can't help you. We ain't got nothing for you, and you got to get up out of here. You getting evicted. That is what Denver is saying. They said we done. That's it. No more. Comprende. Espiano. Hasta la vista, baby. You got to go. You can't stay here no more.
Something's going to happen. I mean, it's going to collapse. If people keep coming and we still have people who don't even know what to do.
It is unsustainable. It's unsustainable to continue spending at this rate. We know that.
John Ewing is with Denver Human Services. When the city starts discharging families who've stayed in shelters for more than their allotted 42 days, the city will no longer guarantee housing. The city's message is also starting to change away from one of welcoming support.
That's why we're constantly telling people you really may want to consider another city that...
No. Don't come to Detroit. Don't come to Michigan. Don't come nowhere in our state. We want our mitten. Our mitten is full. Our hands is full. The mitten state is full. Listen, y'all can go down to Florida. I know y'all got a lot of room down there in Houston. Atlanta, they like to party down there in Atlanta. They got spring break over there. Listen, remember, y'all don't even like Detroit. Y'all said that Detroit was trash, that we got abandoned buildings, that everything was bad, that the Lions just lost, the Pistons got a bad team. You can't come to the stadium anyway. So why would you want to come to the worst city, right? Remember y'all said that? Can't come here. Nope. I don't know what you think got going on here, but that ain't it. This is not the place for you to come and visit and for you to stick around in. So listen, they got Boston, they got Detroit. Chicago still is having open arms. They said that that's a good freaking city, according to what Brandon Johnson is saying. I heard Sacramento and Seattle was nice this time of the year. Washington got it popping, right? You can go and visit the White House and go and protest outside of their steps. LA, they got really good weather. San Diego, San Francisco, they got the Super Bowl over there in Las Vegas. I heard Arizona gets really good this time of the year. It's a lot of places for you to go to. But guess what? Not here. Now, you see what they trying to do? Hey, it's some other places for you to go. Listen to what this man is saying.
In support.
That's why we're constantly telling people you really may want to consider another city that has more to offer right now.
Denver has already decided that February 5th means families will start being discharged from shelters. What hasn't been determined is where they will go.
It's hard, they're crying and begging, and it's like, and some of them are upset, and it's like, it's totally understandable. It's not an easy thing.
Hey, what's happening down in the chat? I see y'all saying that. Let me see what y'all saying. You said Self-Made Forever says come to Jacksonville. Sacramento is open. Let me see what else. Where other places do we want to send them to? Texas? Says stick around in Texas. I'm for that. Idaho. Shout out to Arkansas, Idaho, and Montana. Y'all said send them there. Where else do we want to send them to? Where else are we sending them to, y'all? Hold on. What other cities? Miami is open? Got it. Slide Training said Miami is open, y'all.
Yoli has a plea that she would like us to share. If anyone has an apartment, rental home, extra room, anything that they are able to rent to migrants, they are in desperate need. As of right now, they still need nearly 24 leases for people who will be kicked out of the shelters on Monday. Those are families as well. We have more information on our website, 9news.com, as to how you can help. Kyle, that is where we're at right now, making pleas like this.
Yeah, Mark, this feels like a turning point because Yoli Casas has really been the point person from the nonprofit side helping the migrants. And it's the first time we've heard her publicly say, we can't help any more people. The city must do something to stop the flow.
You said send them to West Virginia. Hey, done. I'm for that. Let's send them to West Virginia. I like West Virginia. I heard that West Virginia is nice around this time of the year. Send them there. Send them to, Miami-Dade County. I see you. Send them to Dade County and Jersey. All right, I'm with it. I heard that there's a lot of room over in Jersey. I heard y'all got a lot of property that y'all want to rent out.
Exactly. It feels like we are at an inflection point where we say there is just literally nothing more that we can do. We are out of space. We're out of money. And you even hear the spokesperson for the city saying this is unsustainable.
Well, guess what? Not only is it unsustainable, Tukwila. I've never heard of Tukwila a day in my life, but I heard that that's somewhere down in Washington. Let me look at where Tukwila is. Let me see something. Tukwila. Now, if I look at the map, it says that Tukwila is a suburban city in King County, Washington. So King County, Washington. I didn't even know that y'all was over there in Washington. Wow. Y'all got migrants over there near Seattle, Washington, King County, Washington, United States. Wow. Here, let me show y'all where Tukwila is. I'm going to show y'all exactly where Tukwila is. I want to share my screen with you really quickly because I want you guys to understand exactly what we're looking at out here in these streets. So this is Tukwila. All right. They got a Starbucks. See that? It's rated 4.1. They got a 7-Eleven. They got a DoubleTree, a Hampton Inn. They say it's a suburban city of King County, Washington, United States. Around it, we see, what is this? Seattle is right up the street. Okay, Seattle, Washington. Tacoma is right around the corner. Shout out to Tukwila. Did y'all know that over in the Seattle area in the state of Washington that they had a Tukwila? I didn't know that. But apparently this is a place where a lot of migrants has been hanging out at. Right here. Right here. See Forever Roofing. Shout out to Forever Roofing and Refined Beauty Company and a Tukwila School District Office Administration. We appreciate you for assisting our migrants over here. But let me bring y'all up to speed of what's happening over here in Tukwila.
Well, that is the very same question I had for council members, and the truth is no one knows, not even the migrants themselves. I mean, take a look. Quality Inn is right behind me, and some of them staying there say that some of them can't even get into their rooms. So the situation is only getting tougher, especially for some with children. Now, they say those who do have cars will be staying in them tonight, but, you know, what about those with children? They say that going to the camp is a hard no for them. This is not a choice, as they describe some of the living conditions there as deplorable and inhumane. From the outside looking in, they're just children playing and laughing until you see the message written across this piece of paper a little girl is carrying saying, invest in people.
This is a tragedy.
Full families, other single women and children, and men marched into City Hall pleading for help.
No queremos ser una carga para ustedes como
These migrants seeking asylum, the majority of them from Venezuela, say things haven't been easy.
dejar mi familia por un
Hold on, let me back up for a minute. I just want to see something. Because they becoming American in this American culture already. Give me a second. New clothes.
Help.
No queremos ser una carga para ustedes como
These migrants seeking asylum, the majority of them from Venezuela, say
Where they all getting these phones? They recording. They got braids, makeup. What? No. No. I'm not joking right now. I'm genuinely curious. Where is all of this good living and assistance coming from? Look, they look better than some of the women that I see walking down the street right now. They dressed up. They got makeup on, eyeliner, eyebrows done, hair done, nails done, every day did. They got cell phones. They can't even speak English out here in these streets. And they are in City Hall protesting in a different language.
things haven't been easy.
dejar mi familia por un futuro mejor para ellos como tanto para mí y mi hijo.
22
He got red hair.
Old Jose Miguel says he fled his country with his 3-year-old son and his 19-year-old partner, leaving behind his parents in search of a better future for them and his new family. He's one of the
But you wasn't not having sex, was you? You was not having sex, was you? Because you out there with a newborn kid and you ain't had no money. See, the same way that I hold our people accountable is the same way that I'm going to hold you accountable, even more. Because we shouldn't have to shoulder the burden in investing in people with no return on investment.
dozens here who recount a trek through Panama, Guatemala, and Mexico to get to the U.S.
Hubieron violaciones, hubieron robos.
Maigualida Alvarez says her journey into the U.S. took 2 months. She says it was emotionally and physically painful as she crossed rivers and forests, witnessing rapes, theft, and death.
Parte fue una alegría porque tenía ya 8 meses sin ver a mis hijas y a mis nietos, volver a...
I don't even know what they saying. Where's my Google Translate at? Give me a second. I know I got Google Translate on this phone. There we go. Got the Google Translate popping. Rewind this.
Rivers and forests, witnessing rapes, theft, and death.
Allow access to microphone.
Parte fue una alegría porque tenía ya 8 meses sin ver
Oh,
a
I'm sorry. This is translating into Japanese. I got to change it from English, Japanese. What is it, Spanish? All right, let's go to Spanish. We're going to clear.
mis hijas y a mis nietos, volver a reencontrarme con ellos.
In tears, the 47-year-old said
I didn't hear nothing. Okay, hold on. Let me do this one more time. I just want to see if Google Translate worked the right way.
rivers and forests, witnessing rapes, theft, and death.
Parte fue una alegría porque tenía ya 8 meses sin ver a mis hijas y a mis nietos, volver a reencontrarme con ellos.
In tears,
I didn't get nothing. I got poor Allegria, pork tinea. That's what I got on my Google Translate, and it did not translate. So I don't know what kind of language that's being spoken on right now, but I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm so confused, man.
the 47-year-old says it was all worth it when she arrived in Seattle on December 15th and was reunited with her daughters and grandchildren after 8 months. Both migrants ended up at the encampment at this church in Tequila. Fortunately, they say an organization helped several dozen families. They rented rooms at the Quality Inn in Kent, giving them more privacy and warmth as they moved them away from tents.
Nos ha cancelado, nosotros debemos desocupar hoy. Si hoy no se cancela...
The roof over their heads is now at risk as migrants say they were told the motel hadn't been paid for in at least 15 days. With nowhere to go, they turned to Seattle City Council.
que nos den la única ayuda que necesitamos, 2, 3 meses.
They pleaded for emergency funding to extend their stay at the Quality Inn while their immigration status is reviewed and can work to provide for their families. These families say it's difficult to return to the encampment.
También de la muchacha que dio a luz, las ratas, la mala condición del frío.
Jose Miguel alleges a woman delivered her baby at the camp. The area was infested with rats, and withering the elements was very tough, especially for children.
This is clearly a crisis for this refugee community, but it is a crisis that has been longstanding in the state of Washington, and we have to get serious about addressing the housing issue.
Right now, migrants are waiting to find out if the mayor's office, county, and state officials will be able to step in and help cover the balance that's owed.
Ooh, I can't believe it. I should tell the people on you. I should tell the people on you. I can't believe what you just did. I can't believe what you just did. Y'all know what she just did? She was walking by. Shout out to the migrants. We've seen enough of this. We've seen enough.